This video segment is going to show you how to do the kettle stitch and the running stitch for the binding of the book. You're going to need your signatures, your twine, and your needle. I'm using a regular needle for this, but you should be using a beading needle because you'll be adding beads. And then of course you also need your ribbon. To begin your binding, you start off by pushing your needle through your first hole. This is the first hole to your right. So actually I'm going to go ahead and flip it around and do it backwards for me so that you can see it in the correct direction. So go ahead and pull the needle through the first hole, and what you want to do is leave about a 1 inch tail on this end. Then again come through this hole, and this is just the running stitch. You're just running a regular stitch just like you would think you would through all of these holes, except that every time you pass the part where you need to have a ribbon, you go ahead and you add your ribbon and then you stitch over the ribbon. The ribbon is what holds all of the different signatures together along with the stitching. So you place down your first ribbon, come up for the position for the second ribbon. Oops, look through there. And this time you're going to put down your fabric piece, which again has been cut to length. And remember, with every single time you go to stitch, you're going to stitch over these ribbons. These ribbons and fabric pieces. They're going to help you do it. And of course on your instructions it's also telling you to pick up beads and bells to accent the binding. I'm skipping that part just for time's sake. This shows you just your basic stitching across. So we now have the first set of ribbons going through. Now you do need to watch your ribbons to make sure that they do not go flying through, because they are movable right now before they're glued down. And you want to make sure they're always somewhat centered, but never pull on one end and just pull it, because you can pull it all the way through. And if you pull it all the way through your signatures, you're probably not getting it back, and that's a real bummer. So now we've done the first set of signature. And as you can see, check on the inside. That's always very important. All of your stitches are nice and tight. The next thing you'll do is put your next signature on top of the signature you just finished. And then you go back again, stitching in this direction, starting from, oops, I forgot I flipped these around, so that's going to have to go this way. Starting from this direction, you're going to go down through the first set of holes. Oh, and make sure you actually do go all the way through. It's kind of hard to do this upside down. There we go. Go all the way through, and that begins the binding, the binding of the second signature. And then continue on just like we stitched before, stitching up and over the different ribbons, and again making sure all of your stitches are tight.